Hey, Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to the weekly review special for week 9 of the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week, back up over 4,000 to 4050 in the points, up from 3,666 a week ago. Still short of the best round score by 600, but definitely closer. And with the new titles we had, Zwift just starting up, that was a good thing. We had quite a few points going off the board. The next one that would go off the board in PCM 20 All-Rounder isn't a whole lot of points. That series just never quite went where it was. We took the hardest challenge and saw what we could do with it. And it was never a terrible result. I mean, we did okay with that one, but it was never amazing. And so the points never really added up. So when that one does go away, there's going to be a real shot, at least for a little while, depending on where the various series are, to get a high score and finally beat that best round score. It'd be really nice to get a week with 5,000 and hit halfway towards mastering games in that particular week. I'd like that. Current virtual best is up a bit, 45.57, up from 42.61. All-time virtual best still unchanged. It's been a while since we've been in the top 10. All right, break down the series individually. PCM 20 in the career mode, 328 points, still early season, and we are crushing it. We are number one, and we've been number one, and we've stayed number one. We've sustained that even into a tougher part of the season where we're not doing as well, or we're not built that well for classics, and yet we've gotten some good results, including a big, not only victory, but a complete sweep of the podium in one of them. In the Champions Series, this is one of the areas where we've really picked up some points. It's jumped from a couple weeks ago just at 100 points to 197 and now 340. We're starting to be very good. We're in Continental Pro, and we're very quickly showing that we're ready for World Tour to come just next season after only 1 year in Continental Pro. In the Women's Tour, this one's stagnated a bit. For one thing, I'm only getting one episode per week, so that's slowing the pace down. But also, we're into the middle of a period in the schedule where we're just not accumulating the points. National championships are for the individual and not for the team, and so we've only added 4 points, 172 now. Zwift, second week. Things are going really well, really enjoying it. I'm sore as well, so that's a good sign. I went for my longest ride this week, just yesterday, and now at 184. Point total, not a big difference, small increase, and it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get that. That's kind of my baseline. That's some of my base stats. Now I've got to actually improve things, and improvement is difficult. Especially, you can almost always, when you start something, you can get an immediate reaction from your body, like losing a couple pounds right away. But then to continue knocking them off, that's a whole nother story. And it almost always, you see that immediate drop, and then it kind of levels off, and then you're going to see a slow rate of decrease, and then maybe it's going to pick up again eventually. But I've already kind of hit that point. And so we'll see. I think one part I need to work on a little bit harder this coming week is the diet factor. I wanted to drop everything by 100 calories, and I've been kind of stalling out at about 75, just a little below the mark on where I want to be. I need to work a little harder. Last weekend, I drank and snacked a little too much. We'll see if I can back off a little bit this week on that. And FM21, worst to first. We're just flying through the seasons. We were undefeated in one season after having a really good year the year before. We followed that up with a single loss season, and then I've already kind of started playing into the next one as well, and it's just continuing that trend. We're almost ready for Premier League, and yet we're still down in the National League. So we've got a few seasons to navigate. At this point, the FA Cup is the most interesting thing because we can go well beyond what our level is, and so we're just quickly making our way through. About 2 episodes per season right now, flying on to get up to those higher levels and see what we can do. And the players are developing, and they're going to be amazing. I think we might be untouchable at some point. Early on with the experiment, I wondered how well it would work and where we could go, and now I'm seeing that the world is our oyster. In Zero to Hero, that's been the other story. It's now into our 3rd season in that same level, the National League. Oh my goodness, there's been struggles. We've been crazy unlucky with loads of injuries and loads of players being sold off by the club, tying our hands and making a difficult situation that much harder. We have talent, we have capability, but we struggle with morale because big clubs want to spend money and take our good players away from us, and then that brings morale down, and then they play like crap. So it's a vicious cycle that we haven't quite found a way around. Well, this season has actually started better. Things are going better in the new season, and it's been the best we've had in a while, so I'll take it. But is it going to result in us moving up? I don't know yet. I do not know yet. In Gladiator Manager, we're approaching the end of the season. We're already pushing towards... There's never a guarantee to the title because you can have a 4v4 match and you win. You get 2 points. You kill all 4 of your opponents, you add 4 more points. So you could suddenly score 6 points in a single match, theoretically. In reality, that doesn't really happen. No team has had more than 10 kills in a season that I've seen as of yet. And so the reality is you get 1 kill every 4 matches or so. And realistically, we've already wrapped up the title, but mathematically you never quite know because of what is actually possible is much more than what happens in reality. But we're far enough ahead now that I think we've got things wrapped up and we're going to head to Division 3. That's going to do it for this review special, though. On that other flip side, no big change. Outside looking in, we've got some movement. Gladiator Manager jumped to 23rd. Worst to First jumped into that list of the outside looking in to 33rd. And PCM 20 Champions is just 3 points behind it in 34th. So we are seeing some movement, but no changes. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good week. Be safe out there, and bye for now.